Hello children, today we are going to start another chapter of history, that is the first farmers and herders. In this chapter we'll talk in detail about the Neolithic age. You are already aware of the Neolithic age because in our last chapter we have talked in detail about the Stone Age. Children, you already know that the early man belonged to the prehistoric period of history, and this age is known as your Stone Age because stone was the only material that was used to make tools. And based on the quality of improvement of tools, the Stone Age is further divided into three. First, Paleolithic Age, which is also known as your Old Stone Age. Secondly, your Mesolithic Age, which is also known as your Middle Stone Age. And the third one, which we are going to study, is your Neolithic Age, which is also known as your New Stone Age. Children, with each stage we have already seen that there was an improvement in the quality of the tools. If we talk about Paleolithic Age first, we know that fire, yes, fire was the most important discovery of the early men. As you can see in the picture, they are using fire to scare away animals. Yes, they used to live in caves. The caves were dark at night, so the fire was used to light up the dark jungles at night. It was also used to keep away the wild and ferocious animals which could hurt them at night. But the most important use of fire was cooking. Before the invention of fire, the early men used to eat raw meat, but now they could cook food. And after all, we all know that a cooked piece of meat would have tasted a bit better than a raw one. Hence, we believe that our adventurous ancestors started their experimentation with cooking. Now, we will learn more about your Neolithic Age or your New Stone Age. About 10,000 years ago, man progressed to Neolithic Age or New Stone Age. Man's life changed due to some major achievements like beginning of agriculture. That means they started farming, they started growing crops, because in the last chapter I told you that at the end of the Mesolithic Age, the early man was observing things. He was observing his surroundings. He learnt about your food habits of animals, and he also learnt about seasons. That is why agriculture was the most important development. If we talk about tools, tools like axes and sickles, spears, bows and arrows were used. Such tools have been found in Neolithic sites of Indian subcontinent. To give a few examples, they have been found at Barzahom and Gufral in Jammu and Kashmir, Chirand in Bihar, Mehergarh, yes, Mehergarh, that is your present day Baluchistan, and Daujoli Harding in Assam. Children, these tools were much sharper and better polished. Now let us talk about beginning of agriculture. We do not know exactly how Neolithic man began to cultivate plants. Like I said, it is observed, or they might have observed, some discarded seeds growing into plants. And this was his major achievement. If I name a few crops that were grown by early men during this period, they were rice, wheat and barley. The knowledge of food production completely transformed the life of early men, and that is why This is known as your Neolithic Revolution. Revolution, when we talk about revolution, revolution means a great change. I repeat, revolution means a great change. You all know that early man was earlier a nomad. He used to move from one place to another because he had to hunt animals, because he only used to eat wild animals or wild fruits. But now they had to do farming, so they cannot leave the farm. They had to look after their plants, and that is why this is known as Neolithic Revolution. We can also say that man transferred or transformed from a food producer to a food gatherer. Now we'll talk more about your Neolithic age. Now, if you see in the picture, they began to domesticate animals. I told you domesticate means to train animals, and they trained animals like sheep, goat and cattle. These animals lives in herds or groups. So now Neolithic men were called herders. As I said, they did not move from one place to another. They lived together in groups, and these groups were called tribes. So what is a tribe? A tribe is a group of families related to each other and living together in small settlements or villages. As you can see the picture here, it is a picture of a tribe which is living together, and each one is doing a different task. Usually, men led large herds of cattle in search of fresh pastures, and women did most of the agriculture work. Both men and women took part in singing, dancing, painting, and decorating houses. Now, these were the only means of entertainment available to them. But now man was assured of a regular food supply. His life became much more secure and settled. In many areas still, they continued to be hunters and gatherers. In other places, they took to agriculture and domestication of animals. Now, one more important point here is that dog was the first animal to be domesticated. It is believed such that dog was the first animal to be domesticated. But we should never forget that man's development was very slow and gradual. Children changes need time. They do not occur overnight. So we see changes in each age, and they took a lot of time. In many areas, men and women still continue to be the hunter and gatherers. So we can say that there was an improvement in each stage or in each age. Now let us talk about your insight, which is given on your page number 29. In India, a large number of Stone Age tools have been buried in a cave in Ratnagiri in the coast of Maharashtra. Now children, tell me, the people who did do this work, what are they called? They are known as archaeologists. It is the work of the archaeologists to dig the ground, to find the remains and then study about them. So, a lot of tools have been found in a cave in Ratnagiri in the coast of Maharashtra, and it is believed to be the first evidence of cave shelter of early men. In India, these tools seem to be around 90,000 years old. This is a very long period of time. Now let us talk about your community life. Neolithic man lived a much more organized and a settled life. But till now, there was no concept of private ownership of land. It means they used to share everything. The groups lived in harmony, they lived peacefully, and they practiced social equality. I've told you many a times, whenever we use the word social, that means we are talking about society. So there was equality in the society. There was no discrimination. Most probably, the eldest or the strongest member of the group was made the leader, and it was his duty to coordinate the activities of all the people and to maintain peace and harmony in the group. Till now, we follow this concept. It is the duty of the eldest son to look after all the family members. Now, let us talk a little bit about the pit houses. At Burzahom in Kashmir, pit houses have been dug into the ground with steps leading to them. Pit houses are houses which are found under the ground. The size is really small and many have been found in Kashmir. Evidences show that these pits were dug using stone tools. Some material remains such as pottery and cooking hearths have been found in these pit houses. Material remains means little bit left over.